Riot just detonated League of Legends. Brand is a full-blown jungler, Mordekaiser's building AD and raising health bars in a blink. Kalista is suddenly a top-tier pick again. Arena has been completely rebuilt. And yes, Aram Clash is actually here. Patch 25.16 just nuked the entire meta. We are talking about the most game-changing patch in months. Jungle champions you have never seen before. Support picks getting obliterated. Champions that have been broken for years finally getting fixed. And Riot literally said, you know what, let's make Aram competitive too. If you play League of Legends in any capacity, rank, normal, arena, RM, your entire world is about to change, so buckle up, grab some snacks, because we will dive into pure chaos, and trust me, by the end of this video you are going to want to log in immediately. Before we dive into champions, let's talk about the big picture changes coming with this patch. First up, Season 2 is ending, mark your calendar. Season 2 ends August 26th at midnight and Season 3 starts August 27th at noon. Good news though, no rank resets, just your ranked reward missions reset. Battle Pass is getting streamlined for Season 3. They are reducing milestones from 50 to 48, making it slightly faster to complete while keeping the same total rewards. Quality of life win right there. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes. Summoner's Rift champion changes, starting with the buffs that are going to shake up the meta. Brand is getting the royal treatment. His passive now deals 260% damage to monster instead of 240%. Plus his Q stun duration goes from 1.5 to 1.75 seconds for those clutch picks. And his ultimate cooldown drops by 10 seconds at all ranks. Brand support, mid and jungle are all viable now. Our favorite prehistoric Ural just some love with his Q cooldown reduced significantly. From 20 seconds at rank 1 down to just 16. More boomerangs mean more poke, better wave clear, and a much smoother laning phase. Eloy gets the power she deserves. Her passive AD ratio jumps to 110%, and those tentacle spawn cooldowns are faster across the board, 18 seconds at level 1 instead of 20. Kalista means your patience is rewarded. Better AD growth means stronger late game, and her reign now has insane AP scaling, 65% on initial damage and 50% on subsequent hits, with Rage Blade giving 30 AP, that is 9 to 13.5 extra damage per spare stack. Mastery gets a simple but game-changing update. Alpha Strike now stacks Kraken Slayer and Terminus. Each pseudo attack from Alpha Strike counts as a stack, meaning way more on hit synergy and teamfight potential. Morgana's getting serious love across all three roles. Her Tormented Shadow minimum damage scaling jumps from 85% AP to 100%, while maximum damage scaling goes to 200% AP. This is huge for support poke, mid-wave clear and jungle sustain. Next we have Nautilus, the titan of the depths, once back in the jungle. His E now deals flat bonus damage to monsters on the first hit. 125 to 285 plus 50% AP scaling. No more relying on perfect multi-hit optimization. Let's move on to the quick fire buffs. Kiana gets 10 extra Q damage at all ranks plus way more attack speed from her W, 15% at rank 1 instead of 5%. Rek'Sai gets 4 more base AD plus crucial bug fixes for her Q and tunnel. Sion players rejoice. Passive lasts longer. E armor shred increases to 25% and ultimate scaling goes from 40-80% to 60-120% bonus AD. Silas jungle is real with 150% passive damage to monsters, and Zyra gets 1 second off her E cooldown plus 50 more base damage to own her ultimate at all ranks. These champions were dominating and needed some adjustments. Jarvan Fall loses significant armor growth from 5.2 to 4.6 per level. He will be squishier in extended fights. Lulu takes a massive hit. E cooldown increases early game, plus both damage and shield values drop by 10 at all ranks with worse AP scaling too. Nocturne gets the double nerf special, armor growth down and Q bonus AD reduced by 5 at all ranks. With Hexblade buffs coming, they are hitting him preemptively. Rel's shield effectiveness drops from 13% to 11% max health scaling. Less tankiness in team fights. The Jungle Kings fall. Shay comments, I'm sorry, passive damage down from 30% to 25% bonus AD. Q damage reduced and cooldown increased by a full second at all rank. Trundle was absolutely dominating, so his W attack speed gets cutted late game, 110% down to 90% at max rank, plus cooldown increases across the board. Xin Zhao loses 20 base health and Q damage gets reduced by 5 at all ranks. Double hit to his early game dominance. Now we have support adjustments, and Yumi gets hit again. Q empowered damage down by 25 at max rank. W heal and shell power cut nearly in half, and on hit healing reduced with worse AP scaling. These champions are not getting simple number changes, they are getting mini reworks. Mordekaiser gets the change AD players have been begging for. His Q now has 120% bonus AD scaling. Sterex gauge, death stance, AD Mordekaiser is back. Rumble gets massive quality of life improvements. The red side damage bug is finally fixed. Plus his Q burn duration extends to 3.5 seconds. They are preemptively nerfing his damage since the bug fixes are actually major buffs. Singed also gets the red side bug fixed with faster poison refresh rate 0.25 seconds instead of 0.5 seconds. Whereas his pro play targeted changes Q and E damage down to hard lethality builds, but W on hit damage way up for on hit builds. Vigos getting pushed from jungle to lanes, no more bonus monster damage, but better healing from champions and minions plus higher base Q damage. Warwick gets early game sustain nerfs targeting top lane while keeping jungle viable. Base AD up but early passive damage way down. Two massive system changes that will affect multiple champions. Experimental Hexblade gets huge buff. Active now gives 50% attack speed instead of 30% and 20% movement speed instead of 50%. This could bring it on the mainstream meta. Baron Nashor gets more base health and health per minute, but they have removed that sneaky health regeneration that was making Baron fights inconsistent. No more Baron healing mid-fight. Now for the arena players, this mode is getting massive changes. Quality of life improvements. Shopping phase gets way better. Target dummies spawn 5 seconds in regardless of team readiness, and you can undo purchases anytime during shopping without the dummy blocking it. Plus when your team gets eliminated, you can leave immediately instead of waiting for other fights to finish. Champion balance is getting completely reshuffled. Let me rapid fire these. Braum's passive damage up to 25% and Q max health ratio doubles to 5%. Kled gets massive buffs, gains courage from power followers, remount cooldown cut in half, more armor and MR per enemy, and ultimate reaches max power in 1.5 seconds instead of 3. Ezreal gets damage buffs on Q 150% AD and 30% AP scaling. Orianna gets a small nerf, passive AP ratio back down to 15%. Rakan becomes more independent with better shield cooldown refund and higher AP ratios. Renata's passive AP scaling doubles to match Summoner's Rift. Kiana gets better sustain damage with 35% bonus AD on W on hit and way more ultimate damage. Ziggs gets toned down, Q cooldown matches SR and E duration reduced to 7 seconds. Zillion's completely broken passive gets nerfed, now grants levels every 3 rounds instead of 2. Mystic Punch gets completely reworked. Instead of 1.25 second cooldown refund, it now reduces remaining cooldowns by 15% on hit. Why? Well is broken. Movement speed across the board gets reduced. Prismatic shard down to 18% and multiple prismatic items lose movement speed. Tank items get nerfed. Black Hole Gauntlet and Sunfire damage reduced, but fighter items get buffed across the board. Sterex Eclipse, Death's Dance, Gold Rinker and all get significant improvements. Aram players, your time has come. Aram Clash is happening this patch. Mark your calendars. Registrations runs August 11th at 11 am local time and tournaments run August 16th and 17th from 4 to 7 pm local time. Get your 5 stacks ready. This is going to be chaotic and amazing. Finally, let's cover the numerous bug fixes and quality of life changes. Champion Select gets safer with swapping disable in last 5 seconds to prevent misclicks. Vladimir's passive now properly restores health in Fountain. Rumble's hit generation shows an ability tooltips when spell costs are enabled. Major fixes include Viego no longer gets spam notifications when possessing certain champions. Sixth Sense rune won't break when you are dead. Vladimir's recall VFX won't be global and Wukong's E won't cancel enemy attacks anymore. Plus fixes for Yunara's Q, Mel's Drake interactions, Fiora's ultimate healing, Seraphion's invincibility bug, Void Grub, feet counting and many more. We are getting Brick Toy Corki and Bowling League Lilia both come with full chroma sets. These skins look absolutely amazing and fit perfectly with the variety skin theme. So what does all of this means for your games across every mode? This page is absolutely massive and touches every part of League of Legends. Whether you are grinding rank, having fun in arena or preparing for Aram Clash, there is something here that will change you how you play. The red side bug fixes alone are game changing for affected champions, and the jungle meta shakeup is going to keep things fresh as we head into season 3. That is everything you need to know about patch 25.16. Which changes are you most excited about? Are you ready for Aram Clash? Let me know in the comments below. This was a marathon patch breakdown, so if it helped you out, smash that like button, subscribe for more comprehensive league content, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a patch breakdowns. Thanks for sticking with me through this monster of a patch. I will see you on the rift in the arena.